I'm excited. I went to Moravian. I played at Moravian. So anytime you have a chance to go back to your alma mater and lead the program, it's exciting. So it's my first chance to be a head coach after 15 years as an assistant at the college level. So I'm looking forward to moving one seat up and making some decisions now.
Now, over the years, a great career at East Stroudsburg as an assistant and doing some research. Basically, you've been offered other head coaching jobs. What made this special? Was it the alma mater thing? Because you had a great relationship with your coach at East Stroudsburg with great success.
Yeah, exactly. We had a great run. We were together for 13 years. We won a lot of games, won 2 conference championships, played in 4 NCAA tournaments. I felt like I had a great job. I didn't need to leave. I did have some other opportunities that just weren't right for me and my family. But the Moravian one was one I was going to leave for. It was my alma mater. It's a special place for me. So that was the one that pulled me away. My time at East Stroudsburg, I think, prepared me for the next step of my career as a head coach.
And just talk about taking over that program. You could be recruiting basically the same area, I would imagine, as East Stroudsburg. Just talk about that.
Yeah, we'll do a lot of the recruiting in the same areas. We'll branch into New Jersey a little bit more. At East Stroudsburg, we didn't do much outside the state, being that it was a state school. Tuition was a little bit better for in-state students. So at Moravian, I can venture into Jersey and use some of my contacts there, whether it be North Jersey or South Jersey. And then we'll still recruit Philadelphia and suburban Philadelphia very hard, and try to find guys that can play in an up-tempo running pressing system the way we did at East Stroudsburg, and guys that, value getting a good education and working hard for 4 years and then moving on.
Speaking of a couple of New Jersey guys you were able to coach, a couple of Sparta guys you're a little bit familiar with, Michael and Matt Tobin. Just talk about that experience.
It was great for me, having played for Dennis and growing up in Sparta, to have the opportunity to then turn around and coach his kids at the college level was really exciting for me. Mike was part of the recruiting class that kind of turned the program around at East Stroudsburg, and Matt was the one that took it to a whole nother level. They were great players. They were great kids. They worked hard. Matt actually ended up being an All-American this last year and was the only guy in school history to score 1,000 points and have 500 assists. So he went from a guy that scored a bunch in high school to actually changing his game and became more of a distributing point guard. But both guys did a great job and won a lot of games. It was a lot of fun to coach them.
You touched upon it before. The philosophy at East Stroudsburg was 94 feet. Go after it. Obviously going to bring that to Moravian. Just talk about that.
Yeah, we'll definitely play the same way. I think it separates you. It gives you a very distinct style. It's something that the kids like, or at least they say they like, till they have to run that much. But I believe it gives you a chance at the college level to play some more guys. And I've always felt that, you want to be the aggressor and you want to dictate the way the game's being played. So we can get up on people and press them 94 feet, and then, offensively, we're going to push the tempo. At East Stroudsburg, we were scoring in the mid to high 80s the last 4 or 5 years, and that's the plan as well. I'll take a lot of the things I learned there from a style and system standpoint and implement it at Moravian.
And talking about New Jersey recruiting, a lot of kids from New Jersey that play basketball go to Pennsylvania schools, such as Moravian. Just talk about this area as far as basketball talent and where you would like to recruit.
Yeah, I think being a North Jersey guy, I think I'm going to definitely hit this area. Hit Bergen County as well, and Morris County. There's a lot of good programs around here. I stayed in contact with a lot of the coaches from this area. We ran a team camp at East Stroudsburg for 13 years. A lot of the teams from this area came up there. So I think you gotta get out and work and find guys that fit into what you do. But I think that the one thing about kids in this general area is they're willing to work at it, and I think that makes a big difference when you get to the college level. You can help separate yourself.
And does it help being an alumni of Moravian when you talk to these guys? Because you have skin in the game. You played for Coach Walker. You're replacing him. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps. I can sit somebody down in my office and let them know I was in that seat at one point and what it takes to go through Moravian and the academic side of things. And I also think it helps that I have a great base of alumni that were very supportive in helping me get the job, that when guys are looking to whether go into education or business, I can connect them with some people that can help them in their future. So I think it definitely helped me in the time that I was there to get 4 or 5 recruits very late in the game. I was familiar with the school, so it was a seamless transition for me. And I think being a Moravian guy, so to speak, it'll help me sell what Moravian can do for you.
We're sitting here in the new gym. This was not around when you were playing ball for Dennis Tobin. Just talk about your experience playing basketball for Dennis here at Sparta and having great success.
You know what? He he was a guy that got me engaged into wanting to be a coach. He actually stopped coaching my junior year in high school, so I was on the last team that he had coached. And his passion for the game, his knowledge, his ability to drive you, and all the success that he had, obviously with John Deeb and Chris Gent and those guys, speaks for itself. But I think the one thing about Coach Tobin was he pushed you to be better. And that wasn't only on the basketball court, that was also in the classroom and in the community. So playing for him opened my eyes up to what a coach could do for a young person, have an impact on their life. And again, to be able to coach his kids, 15 or 20 years later was pretty exciting for me. So I learned a lot from an X and O wise, but again, the majority of it was what it takes to be successful in life, whether it's on the basketball court or, in the professional world.